Hello everybody, how are y'all doing today? I am Marie with Aunt Ree's Quilt Shop once again. Today we are going to start a series on organizing and cleaning up our sewing rooms. I'm going to give you lots of tips and tricks and things like that along the way. It is important, number one thing for you to understand is that just because it works for me or just because it works for somebody else doesn't mean it will work for you. Everybody is different. Every brain works different. Everybody has different organizing styles. I learned this a couple of years ago when we were getting ready to move into this house, and was just looking for different ways to organize different things. And I'm going to tell you, I stumbled across Cass with Clutterbug. And you can look her up. She's got a ton of videos. She's actually done Hot Mess House for, I believe, HGTV. She now advertises for Container Store, things like that. She has come up with a system that was a game changer for me. I want you to go check her out. If you have a few minutes, figure out, she divides everybody kind of into 4 bugs. And you can be a combination of bugs also. But it basically boils down to, if you are a visual organizer, if you want to see it out, which most creatives, most artists are, or if you're one of those people that it needs to be tucked away in a cabinet. I will tell you, my mom, in her kitchen, there is nothing left out on the counters, pretty much, except for a few utensils that she has in a container and a coffee pot. If she needs her mixer, she pulls it out, uses it, cleans it, puts it back. Her air fryer, same thing. She pulls it out of the closet, she uses it, she cleans it, she puts it back. She cannot stand anything to be on the counters. She just can't handle it. There are other people, the polar opposite of, if it's not out, you forget you have it, and so you don't use it. And you can kind of be a blend of the two. But this goes for your sewing rooms as well. And you know, what works for you right now may not work 6 months from now or a year from now. I kind of go through different phases. When it's show season, I want my show items, all of my store supplies, not just supplies, but my items that I'm going to take to shows that are all available on the website, right here front and center. Easy to throw in the totes, take to a show, come back, put them on the shelf, and the shelf is literally right here. Other times of the year, like right now, we're getting closer to Christmas. I don't have any shows till probably March, so probably for another 5 or 6 months, I won't have any more shows. So it makes more sense for me now that I am in the season of actually trying to get my Christmas gifts done. We have a new grandbaby coming the first of the year. And so those kinds of things, it almost makes more sense for me and the way that my brain works to have those items right here. That all of my personal things, because I'm going to be working on more personal projects. And honestly, if it's in the closet, it gets lost. Not only does it get lost, not because it's not organized, because I forget that I have it, and I forget that I have project. Who has project bags or quilt kits you've bought 10 years ago that you are sitting in your closet or somewhere because out of sight, out of mind? Everybody's brain works different. You just got to figure out what works for you. I know that even my mom rotates things out. If she's working on a ton of Quilts of Valor projects, she'll pull the Quilts of Valor stuff that she has all together. That's what comes out and is out in her sewing room because it's what she's actively working on. If she's working on scrap quilts for donation quilts and things like that, those are the items that are out front and center, and everything else is put in the closet and put away. But so Cass that I was telling you about breaks things up into kind of 4 different bugs. And so you're either a visual person or you're not. And also the other thing that she divides it up into under each of those categories is, are you a macro organizer or a micro organizer? Are you one of those people that you have a filing cabinet and all of your bills are in very specific places, and they have a specific place that they go, they have a specific place, everything has a home, Everything is super micro organized. You can either have it by month, by like your electric bills in this folder, your water bills in this folder, that kind of thing. And so those are the kinds of things. Or you're macro. Are you, okay, all of the year 2022, all of my bills are going in this bin. And you have one big bin for all of those things. Some people, their scraps are super micro organized. And some people just have a big bin to put all their scraps in. You know, and again, you can be kind of a combination of any of these things. But if you go and you look at her stuff, again, it's Clutterbug. If you look her up on Facebook, Instagram, her name is Cass. She's great. For me, it was a game changer in the way that my brain thinks about organizing. I was able to find some better solutions that work for me. Now, I will tell you that how I keep my store items, all of the items that I take to shows or on sale on the website, things like that, I store those a little bit differently because those don't need to be front and center as much. I don't need to be able to see them. And I also try to store them to keep the light and the dust off of them. I wrap all of my layer cakes in plastic bags. I bought some plastic bags that tape shut so that everything's protected. A lot of them, and I'll show you in a minute, but a lot of them are in those black cubes to keep the light off of them. And then I have some other things that kind of contain all of my pre-cuts and things like that. I found some for me. My dad built this shelf for me a couple of years ago. I found some containers at Target a couple of months ago that stack. They're kind of clear, they're kind of frosted, so I can still see what's in them, but I can get an overall sense of what's in them and then pull out what I want to look and see what's in it. When someone orders an item, I know exactly where to go to get that item. Then I wrap it up and put it in the mail to go out. So there's lots of different options on things. There's lots of different options on your organizing and stuff like that. So you just need to figure out what works for you and try something. And if you don't like it, it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to try something different. So what I want to start with today is we are going, you can see, you guys, you can see my room is a hot mess. I have had classes. I've come in and not necessarily put things back. Not everything I got put back into a home after my last show. I've been in and out. The bed is actually not made right now, which it typically is because I went to California to help my son and daughter-in-law move back to Texas. And so I had a blow-up mattress that I took with me because all their furniture was going to be in the pod right after I got there. So I slept on an air mattress. Well, it was a full-size mattress. The only full-size sheets I have in the house are the sheets that go on this bed. So right now the bed is not made, which typically it is. I do have company coming next week, so I do need to fix all of that. So what I'm going to do very first thing is, even though I know some of the stuff is not going to stay where it should be right now, I'm going to put things, it does technically have a home. So you see right here, I've got rulers out that I've been using, my cutting mats. This actually needs to go back on the shelf. It's actually product. So I'm going to just put everything back where it goes. If it has a home right now, it's going back where it goes. If I don't know where I'm going to put it, or it doesn't necessarily have a place yet, then I'm going to put those all in one place. So say I might pull everything off the bed, make the bed, and then the only stuff on the bed is the stuff that doesn't have a home yet. So as I'm going through and organizing, I know what still needs a home. So, but we're going to break this down into little chunks, and just kind of one step at a time, one concept at a time. You're welcome to start wherever you want to start. I'm going to start, first of all, I'm going to put everything back where it goes that has a home. And then I am going to start on fabric. I need to go through and clean out. I'm going to get rid of the things that I don't want, that I don't know I'm not ever going to need. I've had a lot of, I've done a lot of shop samples. I've done quilts for other people. People have given me scraps. A lot of that stuff, guys, honestly, I'm never going to use. So if it's something that I can sell online, like in Facebook Marketplace, there's several for sale groups, that kind of thing, and then I will, and try to recoup some of the money. And again, some of it was stuff that I didn't even necessarily pay for. So we're just gonna clear some of that stuff out. And the other thing is, you can always donate it. Check with your local guild, find somebody that does a lot of scrap quilting, donation quilts, things like that. They can almost always use items that you've decided you're not going to use, or that you just don't care for anymore. And so always check out those options, and it kind of makes you feel good that you're giving back and not just, I don't recommend throwing it away. So that is what we're going to do today. Your challenge is to go through your room, everything that has a home, put it in its home. Again, it may change. Right now, my ruler rack, you can see, is right here underneath the window. It may stay there, it may not, I don't know, but I know that I can put this ruler back on its rack. So that is your challenge for today. Go and put everything back where it belongs. And if you have a few extra minutes this week, go check out Cass at Clutterbug, and just look and see. I've recommended her to several people lately, and it's helped them also. So look and see what she has to say. Her system may work for you. Again, it may not, but it will help you understand how your brain works and why certain ways to organize work better for you than others. And it's not a blanket across the board thing. You can be combinations. Again, I'm more a visual person. I like to see my fabric out, or I forget that I have it. But as far as my shop items, those can be put away and I'm perfectly fine, and I know what's here and where it is. So, but when I'm trying to be creative and create something, I want to see it. So we're going to make some adjustments and go from there. So. Okay, as you can see, there's already quite a bit of improvement. I did throw the comforter on the bed. It's not completely made. I still need to wash the sheets from my trip, but this makes it more visually clean, straightened up. I'm not constantly thinking, I need to make the bed, I need to make the bed, I need to make the bed. It gives me a clean surface to work on. So I will actually make the bed before my guests come next week, but for today, this is better than it was. Guys, the point of this exercise is to make progress, not perfection. You still see there's still quite a bit of stuff on the dresser over there, but I did kind of clean things up. It's more of it, I've got flat surfaces. This is cleaned off, that's cleaned off. There's some other areas that I can actually pull things out and work. As I start pulling my fabrics out and to start to sort, decide what I'm keeping, what I'm not. I've got a flat surface on the bed to work with now. And so that's where we're gonna jump off for the next video. I hope y'all have all had a great week. If you don't mind helping me out a little bit, hit like the video, subscribe, make a comment, share it with your friends. This is intended to help all of you. Again, I'm going to show you some different tricks and things like that, but the goal for today was to just prepare our minds and start to get things ready to actually get into the deep end and start cleaning things out, cleaning things up, organizing it, things like that. And again, what works for you may not work for me. What works for me may not work for you, and that's totally okay. I'm going to give you as many options on different things as I can, even if it's not something that I actively use. I want to give you all the ideas that I can come up with and let you figure out what works for you. So that's going to be it for today. Again, if you have to set a timer, set a 10-minute timer. This probably took me about 20 minutes to actually put things away. A lot of it was just actually put things away where they belong. So we're going to just keep going along. And next week, we're going to start going through all the fabrics and sorting them. I'll show you some different ways to sort them, storing them, things like that. And then we will go from there. I hope you'll have a great week, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.